I'm a perk popper, she a skirt dropper. Ayy, big racks in, Big Mac 10. Chiropractor nigga, make a nigga back bend. Flip the script again, baller.
Alright, today we're going to be reacting to some YouTube shorts from Conscious MB. I run into their shorts sometimes and it's like conspiracy stuff and knowledge stuff, so let's go ahead and get into it.
Picture stars are called movie stars because in the Bible, stars were referred to as lesser illuminaries. So these lesser illuminaries are working for the big Illuminati. So the big Illuminati are using the lesser Illuminati. The lesser illuminaries are just stars.
Am I the only one, or has anyone else thought of why would the astronauts have their star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Why are they actors?
I think they're actors, but I honestly didn't even know that they had their own little Hollywood stars. Interesting. Yeah, it's crazy how sound affects stuff like that. I do think sound is very important, and the type of music and stuff like that also affects your mood. Like I can listen to NBA YoungBoy and get hyped up and speed and shit like that, or I can listen to some Juice World songs and get sad and depressed. So I do think sound is very important, and we, me and my kids did that experiment where you have 2 containers of rice, well, 3 containers of rice. One is just cooked rice in there, another one's cooked rice, and you say nice stuff to it every day. And then the third one's like cooked rice with, you just say, pretty much talk shit to it. And dead ass, not even exaggerating or joking, the one that you talk shit to, it was like extremely moldy. The one that you talked nice to was the least moldy. It even had less mold than the control one, the one that we didn't talk to at all. So it's just crazy. Maybe I need to run that experiment again, but the first time that we did it, it worked.
Is the sun actually a ball of fire? I'm just asking, listen, is the sun actually a ball of fire? Last I checked, fire needs oxygen. There's no oxygen in space. It's a vacuum. Last I checked, rockets need oxygen. Combustion needs oxygen. A jet won't work in space. In space, there's no oxygen. So unless they have some new type of technology, which I'm sure there is, but they're not using it, to fly around in space using propulsion with a jet type engine, you need air. They're not flying around up there, dude. They're not going to space. The moon, we've never been. Mars? You think there's a rover on Mars? Do you think there's a rover on Mars? Do you actually think that? Because I got news for you. I can take a picture of Utah, change the contrast to be red, and say I'm on Mars. And it would look the exact same.
Yeah, I've always been a denier of us going to the moon. I don't think we ever did. I think it was faked. I think it was just to try to be the winners in a race of getting to the moon, and I don't think we actually have. I remember seeing that, like, the guy that worked for NASA saying that they accidentally erased over the data or something like that, and they can do it again, but it's just not worth the trouble. And I never really thought about the fire in space, like how that works with the sun, because you do need oxygen. Maybe I'm just too stupid to understand it, but yeah, I don't know, I never thought about that part.
When their teeth decay, we will fill them with metals, and that will their mind divide and steal their future. When their ability to learn has been affected, we will create that will make them even sicker and cause other diseases for which we will create even yet more. We will render them docile and weak before us by our power. They will grow depressed, slow, and obese, and when they come to us for help, we will give them more poison. We will focus their attention towards money and material goods so that they may never connect with their inner self. We will distract them with fornication, external pleasures, and gains so they may never be one with the oneness of it all. When their teeth...
Yeah, we're just pretty much batteries to the rich people or higher ups, and we're just so focused on money and physical things just because we're currently living in a physical world or whatever, however you want to say it. I do think we need to become more spiritual beings and just love each other more and stop being so divided.
The reason that all your computer screens are blue lit, the reason none of them are red lit, the reason none of them pay attention to circadian biology is because that original technology was developed in a government program that Bobby Kennedy knows about, and I happen to know about because I went to medical school at LSU. For those of you who've never heard about Operation Paperclip, you think it's all conspiracy theory. So at Tulane Neurology and Tulane Neurosurgery in the 50s.
Yeah, I think Operation Paperclip was our government taking in a whole bunch of Nazi scientists and stuff like that.
And 60s and 70s and 80s, the CIA started a program there where they would do all these crazy things to monkeys. The CIA wanted to see how they could control things utilizing different things like that. Where the neurosurgeons got involved, which is my clade, we would drill tops of the heads off, put wires into the thalamus, put electricity in there, and kind of
sounds like some fucking Elon Musk Neuralink stuff.
See what kind of behavioral changes we could have. One of the guys that was in that program was a guy named Professor Delgado. When he saw that we could control the behavior with the wired device, he said, what if we do it wirelessly? So he checked it in monkeys and checked it in bulls, and it turned out you can do it wirelessly with RFID chips and semiconductors. Then the CIA took it to the next level. They said, well, since this is electromagnetic radiation, what if we did it through light through screens? And it turns out you can. And that's the reason why all your computer screens have the frequencies they have. So why is this all important? Well, the person that set this meeting up between me and Bobby is the patent attorney that made sure that Google and Meta have those things so they can control the things that we all do. Where did the original idea come from that started off in MK Ultra with the CIA? You're going to be surprised.
It was crazy hearing MK Ultra be brought up when they just had a big meeting about it, or a press conference, whatever you want to call it. That's something I need to react to. Them just pretty much talking about MK Ultra and what it was and how it affected people and mass graves of people that they experimented on. It's just crazy stuff hearing these conspiracies start to come out to the public.
When you hear this, came from the mafia in Las Vegas. They wanted to build a new city in a desert. They enclosed it all, blacked out the windows, invented slot machines that were blue lit, and they found out that they didn't have to stick it in your face to steal your money. Then they even got smart. They said, let's give people free while they're doing that. And they found out they got the money quicker. And that's when the CIA got the idea to start this program.
Never forget that they took this from us and they gave us this. If you want one thing that shows how society is collapsing, this has to be it. And don't tell me that this is not a big deal. This is demeaning. Imagine if you were a kid and you had to play on that. I wouldn't go play on that. I'd rather be on a video game. No wonder kids are... Why would anyone want to play here? There's no creativity. There's no athletic ability. You're not going to go run around and play tag in this. This is awesome. Look at this park in Poland. This is epic. I would play on this as an adult. Or this. Absolutely mental. It takes a lot of brain power and physical ability to go play on this. I don't care what you say. Having things like this are crucial for development of a kid, and they make you get outside. Never forget that.
I do think all of that stuff is important, like the big ass jungle gyms and stuff like that. But I mean, my kids are fine with the little basic ones also. I just think it's good to get outside in the sun and play, even if it's on a little shitty playground. I understand they probably changed it because of price and cost of setup and stuff like that.
If you can see it in your head, if you can picture it, if it's clear, you know what I'm saying? Then it is a possibility. If you believe in it, it's already happened. You just haven't gotten there yet. So you you have to learn how to recognize things, you know what I'm saying? And you just have to know what roads to take to get to your final destination. Because just a thought form can manifest itself into physical form, you know? So it's all about believing in yourself, believing in what you do, being able to see it, knowing how to get there, living it. And trust me, it'll happen. Ask and ye shall receive. That is a very true thing. If you
I want to do a video on her eventually. I know she was working with Dr. Sebi and she did the fasting and stuff like that, and she wanted to get him exposed to more famous people and get his name out there. And then she died, I think, while she was leaving Dr. Sebi's compound or something like that. And Dr. Sebi dies, and then Nipsey Hussle wants to do a documentary on Dr. Sebi, and then he dies. It's just a lot of coincidences. But that'll be it for this video. Peace.